EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
More 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
That catch good for only a couple.
At the 28-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Check. Check. Big air.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
4-yard line.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Six 0 our score after 1.
With the score, Ravens 6, Titans 0.
They're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15.
The ball carrier.
A loss loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right there, 54, right there.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey, Ozzie, chill out. Chill out.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Jackson gonna run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Jackson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Undercrunch. You go tight. You got tight. Hey. Back.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They run with Henry on 1st down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard. Now, these two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago, and really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But that game was all Tennessee. They led 28-6 at one point. ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. A gain of 13, it's a first down. He's going to try and do this himself. The quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11 at the 41. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So third and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Now Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can read it.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On second down, Jackson. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The 47-yard line.
Here we go. The 30.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans, and that'll set them back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Tannehill. On the screen, this is Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll run it again with Henry. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
The Titans, 1st down.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 50. Check 50. Mike 5-4. Hey, middle.
From the gun, Jackson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Harold Landry. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
With the score.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. To a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 28, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
No, that's the thing.
Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gostkowski for the point after.
Extra point.
And it's no good. That could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Check. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey. 54.
From the 27, Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't have...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20.
Come on now. Come on.
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 65 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets straight for us. It gets straight for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
First play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Tannehill. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill getting it out quickly to Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Tannehill being chased out left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Good job. Good job.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You got this.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
48 for Mike. Too little.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This is a big play in this wild card matchup facing 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Watch out. Watch the safety creep.
Oh, look at this play call. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.